there, Mrs. Davis here. Welcome to English 1-2 and Read 180. My partner teacher, Mrs. Patton, was unable to be here for this video, but she sends her regards and says reach out anytime. Okay, speaking of which, to contact either of us, here are our emails. So please feel free to reach out anytime. And there's also the school phone number. Again, you can call the office if you need to, and they'll directly connect you with our room. Best way to get a hold of us, though, is truly by email. And please know that if we don't get back to you that day, we'll get back to you the next school day, basically as soon as possible. From there, we do encourage you to join our Remind group. This is through the Remind app. This code is what you would need to connect with us, and we use this to send friendly reminders about tests, quizzes, and things like that, any upcoming events, and so on. Students are not able to contact us through this app, only through email, and that's designed on purpose so that basically we can just send friendly reminders. Office hours and EOP time. EOP is extra opportunity period. Basically, I tell the kids it's any time that you want to meet with me that's outside of the normal school day. So my hours are posted here. Mondays and Fridays are by appointment only, just because I typically try to schedule any appointments with teachers during that time period. However, I'm not always meeting with teachers, so I tell students if I am available so that they can definitely schedule with me. And when in doubt, I definitely encourage them to please let me know and we can try to figure things out together. Okay, from there, I just wanted you to kind of see what our normal day looks like, and that includes normal days versus EOP Wednesdays. The biggest thing I want you to be aware of is that your students are with me for two 55-minute periods. There is a 5-minute break in between both of those periods for students to relax, check their phones, use the restroom, have a snack, things like that. Our normal class does begin with bell work. From there, we get into whole class instruction, which is based on the English 1-2 standards. And then from there, we get into station time, which is where students have an opportunity to work on our Read 180 curriculum, along with other pieces to enhance our English 1-2 curriculum. Students will be working on things from independent reading, where they're picking and reading books, to working on the Read 180 learning segment program. And they can also be working on grammar and things like that. From there, the biggest thing to be aware of is that everything we do is utilized to support students and make them better readers and writers. One of the other things I want you to be aware of is that in addition to the 2 teachers in the classroom, we also have 2 TAs each period. They are a combination of juniors and seniors, all former students of mine, and they were hand selected because they have the skills and knowledge to help students be successful in English 1-2. And they are also selected because I know that they work really well with students and are, ready and able and willing to go. From there, the overall class, just so that you're aware, because it's high school and it's a little different than what you're maybe used to with middle school. English 1 is what they're in right now, and that'll go until winter break. They're also taking Read 180. So what that means is that if your student successfully gets a 59.5 or higher for English 1 and for Read 180, because they're actually going to get 2 different grades for us, then they will receive credits for English and they're going to receive an elective credit for Read 180. That trend will continue in the spring, except it becomes English 2, and it will also continue to be Read 180. So they can earn another English credit and an additional elective credit in the spring. With that being said, I also need you to be aware that if for some reason your student does not pass one of the pieces, they will be asked to retake it, and that will be something that you would handle with the counselor. It is possible to pass, for example, English 1, but fail Read 180 first semester. And it's also possible to fail both pieces. So the goal is that they pass both and then there's no issues and they can move forward from there. But I just need you to be aware, and students are well aware, we've talked about this multiple times, that if they do unfortunately fail one or more, then there's going to have to be makeups that their counselors will help them schedule. Do be aware, please, though, at the winter break, we will be taking another Lexile test, and between that and all the data that we've accumulated on them through the course of this first semester, if it looks like they've grown enough and that they would be successful in a general English 2 classroom, they will be moved out, and the students will be notified ahead of time so that they know that when they return from the break, they would no longer be with me. They would be moved to a general English class along with an elective choice. Please know that if this occurs, they'll be told as much time in advance as possible, because it could mean a potential entire schedule change. We're going to try not to change too much, but sometimes just based on classroom numbers and things like that, it can kind of jumble the schedule. From there, overall, just kind of keep in mind, again, we do a combination of different learning styles and different modalities. The main purpose of both of our classes is to make sure that students are, in fact, ready to move on past high school with whatever route they choose, it be it college, career, military, whatever path they decide to go on. I want to make sure that they are really strong readers and writers. My favorite thing is when they leave me to know that when they move on to sophomore English and beyond, they are rocking and rolling through things and feeling really good and comfortable. So that is definitely our overall mission. From there, this is how the breakdown of the English grades will go. So you can kind of see the different percentage pieces. Course assessment includes their midterm, which they'll take before fall break, and that will also include their semester final, which they will take before winter break. They'll have another set of midterms and finals for the second semester as well, and they'll be notified well ahead of time that things are coming, and dates will be provided as soon as they're set up by the school. This is how the Read 180 grades work. So you'll see a lot of stuff go in. When you get grades from me, you'll be seeing stuff that'll say English 1/Read 180. That means that's the English grade. So go basically with whatever it reads first. And if it says Read 180/English, the grades that you receive then are for Read 180. It's something new from me, at least, and I've been trying to explain that to the students, and I will try to include notes just to kind of remind you as we go so that you know exactly what you're looking at. Again, please remember that the Read 180 grade counts as an elective grade for students, and the English 1 grade counts as an English grade. Overall class expectations, I just want them to be resilient. There's going to be great days and there's going to be really rough days. There's going to be a lot of stuff and they can do it. So I promise that I'm going to push and challenge them so that resiliency is really going to come into to play very big. But I do ask that they hang in there and to let me know and keep me posted if things are getting too rough or if they feel like they're drowning. Communication is absolutely key for them being successful and feeling really good about things. And that's something that I mention a lot. We also are working on growth mindset and just trying to find the positives and, can really focus on that so that even though it may feel difficult, they can still do it versus thinking I've been unsuccessful in the past and that's going to continue to be a trend, because that is definitely not going to be the case. And ultimately, the biggest thing is being respectful. That includes their cell phones and their earbuds. That's something that we are continuing to work on. Some students have been really great about it. Others are kind of getting borderline. So please know that if I have to take their cell phones, it's something that will progress from me taking it, holding it in the room to sending it to the dean. The goal is that it doesn't become an issue, but just be aware that if I do take it, it's something that I contact home about. Speaking of which, if I have any major issues, I will reach out. Typically, I do like to try to handle things directly with the student because they are in high school. Basically, I do talk to them individually. We try to work things out. If need be, they can serve detention with me. I will definitely get you in the loop as soon as I feel that it's necessary. Again, I do try to handle things as much as possible with them. If it's things like tardies to class, I try to reach out usually by about the second tardies. Especially now that we're getting further into the school year. Before that point, I may have let it go a little bit longer just because I was trying to work it out with the student. And then for some reason, if it wasn't getting handled, I will reach out to you. Behavior-wise, unless it's something significant like a fight, again, I'll try to handle it with the kiddo. And then from there, it may be where I get you involved. And if it continues to expand, it might be where it gets to the dean. Typically, it doesn't usually have to go any further than just, if I need to reach out to you guys. From there, I want to say thank you. Welcome again to our class. Please reach out if you have any questions or concerns. And if you have suggestions on something I can do to help your student be more successful, please let me know. That's what I'm here for. Thank you.